Hello dear students, how are you? I hope you will be fine and okay. To class 5th social study, chapter 5, features of a democratic form of a government. So I don't want you go outside for taking SS tuition. So I'm going to provide you each and everything through videos, every chapter in simple language, simple way with relevant images. Now let us start this chapter. Types of government in the past. So there are two types of government. First of all, we know about the monarchy. This is the types of government in the past. Monarchy means a system of government or rule by a king or queen. In this type of government, one person rule over a country means rule over a area under that person. Okay, so that types of government is known as monarchy. Power was in the hand of only one person. But in democracy, power was in the hand of people. Okay, democracy emerged around 6th century BC in Athens, Greece. What is democracy? The word democracy is taken from the Greek word. Greek is a language like Hindi, Punjabi, English. Democratia. Democratia. It is made up of two words. Demo meaning common people and kratos meaning rule. In some books, strength is written there, but right meaning is rule. So democracy means a government run by the people. In simple words, we can say democracy made from Greek word. Which word is there? Greek word democratia. This word is made two words. One is demo meaning common people and kratos mean rule. So democracy meaning a government run by the people. Democracy is defined as the government of the people, by the people, for the people. So, this is the definition of democracy. Democracy is defined as the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Clear? It is believed that Clisthenes, an Athenian noble, the noble word is there, noble meaning honest, full of courage and care for others. Okay, so introduced democracy in Athens, Greece. So first, this person introduced democracy first where Athens, Greece. Okay, around 508 to 507 BC. Okay, here we now before the birth of Jesus of Christ, reverse counting is there. Okay, we write years in reverse counting. Okay, so he is called the father of democracy. So this person is known as the father of democracy. Athenian democracy. So Athens was direct democracy. So Athens was a direct democracy. It has two distinguishing features. Means it has two important features are there. Any ordinary citizens was selected randomly for administrative and judicial offices and to a legislative assembly consisting of all Athenian citizens. So here any ordinary one common people they can randomly select. So many people are there. So one commonly they choose one person. Okay. So administrative means official work. Judicially offices means court work. Here which work is done by judge in court na that same work is done by judicial offices there. Okay. And legislative assembly. Okay, legislature which make the law for a full state city. Okay, so all eligible citizens were allotted to speak and vote in the assembly. So all the citizen here, okay, allotted to speak and vote in the assembly, which set the law of the city and state. Then they set the law for city and state. The three characteristics feature of a democracy. Now we know the three characteristics feature of democracy. Democracy is a form of government in which the leaders are elected by the people on the principle of one person one vote. So here na in democracy people elect their leader one vote. Okay, one person one vote. Clear? Democracy must be based on free and fair election. So where those who are currently in power have a fair chance of losing. Voters should have a choice of candidates. So democracy must be based on free and fair election. Those people are current in powers like a prime minister, chief minister, if they are not doing work properly, okay, next time people can change them. Okay, so in a democracy the final decision making power rests with the with those elected by the people. So it means the power is only in those people hand which we elected, which leader we elected. Power was there in only these people's hand which we already elected. Okay, so they also make a law for full country. India is the largest democracy in the world. So type of democracy: direct democracy or representative democracy. Direct democracy, pure democracy. Okay, direct democracy also known as pure democracy. Another name of direct democracy is pure democracy. Citizen participate directly to accept and reject a proposal or a new law. So here citizen participate directly to accept and reject a proposal or a new law. For example, Switzerland. Switzerland is an example of direct democracy. People have a more power than the representatives. Okay, clear. Representative democracy, few officials are elected. So few officials are elected to represent a group of people. So here officials meaning a person who has a position or authority. Clear. These officials are elected through a voting system by the citizen of a country. So these officials are chosen by the people to make the law for them. So first people elect the officials means leader. Okay, so then that leader uh, make a law for us. Okay, all people, they make the law for all the peoples. For example, India. Clear. So next is there, people elect their representative in their respective constituencies. Constituencies means particular areas are there. Country is divided into constituencies. Okay, and these representative vote to choose the head of the country. After that, they uh, give vote to choose the head of the country. Features of democracy: division of power, system of checks and balances, federal structure of India, rule by consent. So these are the feature of democracy. So first of all, we are going to discuss about three pillars. Okay, division of power. So three pillars of the Indian democracy. Okay, first is legislature. Legislature means that responsible for making law. Legislature responsible for making law. Parliament is there. In parliament two parties there: Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Clear. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Legislature responsible for making law, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are part of this pillar. Executives. Executive means ensure that law are properly followed. So this branch check law are properly followed. So president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, bureaucracy, all are part of this pillar. Okay, next judiciary. These are courts. They make sure that laws are properly understood and implemented. So this branch check laws are properly understood and implemented. Okay, so Supreme Court, High Court, District Court, Sub Court, Municipal Court, all these are part of this pillar. System of checks and balances. Okay, so a balance is maintained so that no pillar is more powerful than the another. So here balance is maintained between pillars. No pillar can use more power. Okay, so the judiciary review the law passed by the legislature. Here judiciary review the law passed by the legislature to see if they have been passed correctly. Law was passed correctly. It is C. Who was keep watch on it? Judiciary. Okay. It also step in when an action taken by the executives. It also step in when an action is taken by the executives. The legislatures review the functioning of the executives. So legislature review the functioning of executives. Clear. The executives appoint the judge. So this branch appoint the judge. The legislative branch can remove the judges. Okay, so this branch appoint the judge, this branch can remove the judges. So power is divided between these pillars, so no pillar can use more power. Clear. Federal structure of India. So many students are confused here. What is federal structure? Okay. Uh, the word federal means a system of government in which the power of the state of a country and the central of the union government are divided. So simple word, in federal structure, power is divided between state and central government or union government. Clear? State and central or union government, you can say. So the central or union government is the government of the whole country. This is the government of whole country, central government. It look after the needs, welfare and safety of the people of the country. It's look after the welfare, safety of the people of the country. It has its offices in New Delhi, the capital of India. Its offices are there in New Delhi, capital of India. Each state of India has its own government which looks after the welfare of the people of that state. Okay, hence it is a federal structure. Hence, it is a federal structure of government. The president or the Rashtrapati, keep it in your mind, president or the Rashtrapati is the head of the country. Similarly, same way, the governor or Rajyapal, the governor or Rajyapal is the head of each state. Clear? Rule by consent. Democracy is based on consent in a journal, not on force or caution. So, democracy is based on the consent. Consent means approval or agree. Okay, not on caution. Caution means forcefully. Okay, so to arrive at any solution or to solve a problem, dialogues, debates, and discussions take place. So here, if is there any problem, we that problem we solve through debates or discussion. In television you see na, one Aam Aadmi Party's leader is there, one BJP, one Congress, they are take one topic and they ask question to each others. That is known as discussion or debates. Clear? What are elections? An election is a way of choosing representative. Representative means leader. Okay, who will later form the government. After that, they form the government. Then, through these representatives, law and order are made and maintained in the state. After that, law and order were made and maintained in the state. It is formed formal decision making process. It is formal, simply it is formal. Every time same way we are electing these type of leaders. Voting is also used in case of proposal or representative vote in the favor or against the proposal. If any proposal is there, against that proposal, in favor of that proposal, we can arrange election. Okay, for an elections, the whole country is divided into small parts which are called constituencies. So India is a vast country. So for free and fair election, they divide country into small parts. Okay, so that part is known as constituencies. Candidates from these constituencies stand to represent their constituency. So candidate will be stand on that constituency to represent their constituency. Election Commission of India is responsible for conducting and supervising elections. Okay, here are election commission responsible for conducting and supervising the election. The election commission make sure that elections are conducted in free and fair manners and that each person vote only. So here election commission decided every person can vote and election should be free and fair. Election Commission register the voters who are 18 years or above. These registered citizens are given a voter ID. So, Election Commission registered the voter who are 18 years and above and give them one ID card, that is known as voter ID card. Okay, the Election Commission also prepared an electoral roll, this list. Okay, which has the name of the registered candidate printed on it. All the registered candidate to whom election commission provided voter ID card, their name is there. Okay, so universe adult franchise. Universe adult franchise. This means that all adult in India are allotted to vote in the election without any discrimination. Discrimination means he is rich or poor, or fair or black. Without any types of discrimination, he can vote. Okay. Nowadays, schools or government offices are used as a polling booth. So now schools or government offices are used as a polling booth. People are allotted certain places where they have to go and vote. So each booth have has an EVM. EVM means electronic voting machine. Electronic voting machine with the name and the party symbols of the candidates. Clear? On that machine have one side name is there, one side party symbol is also there. These symbols help the people who cannot read to recognize the candidate. Elections are conducted in secrecy, and only one voter at a time. Everything is going secret way. Only one voter at a time is allotted inside the room where the voting machines are kept. Okay, this is called a secret ballot. Okay, this process is known as secret ballot. Earlier, people used to vote by writing the name of the candidate or their choice on a piece of paper. These votes were dropping inside a sealed box known as ballot box. Earlier time, people write the name of paper on this is paper, write their name on paper, then they drop this paper inside this box. This box is known as ballot box. Importance of elections. Elections are conducted every 5 years. This helps the citizens to change the representative or the government in power in case they are not satisfied with the work done by their representatives. Representative means leaders only. Okay, if leaders are not doing work properly, next time people can change that leaders. Okay, power was in the hand of people. Choice of leader, simply choice of leader, change of leadership. We have the choice of leader, we can choose leader according to our choice. We can change the leader if they are not doing work properly, we can change. Political participation, every person of that particular country have a right to vote, that they can participate directly in election. Responsibilities of citizen in a democratic policy. So polity refer to an organized society. Policy means refer to an organized society. After gaining independence, or leaders took the tedious task. Tedious means difficult task of drafting a constitution that would give the best governance to the citizen. After independence, a drafting committee was formed that make a constitution for us. Okay, so according to that constitution, full countries work. In a democracy like India, if the people of a country do not participate in the process, it may threaten the system of democracy. Threatens it dangerous for the system. If we have a right to vote, if we are not using that right of vote, it will be dangerous for democracy. Okay, responsibilities of a citizen in a democratic polity. Exercise or right to vote. We have a right to vote, we should use this right, choose the right representatives. So we should think then give vote. We should choose right representatives, right leader we should choose. Pay taxes honestly. We should also pay tax honestly. Then that money they can use for the welfare of society. Speaking up against the wrong decision. If government taking any wrong decision, we should speak against them. Okay, so know our fundamental rights and duties. So we should know our fundamental rights or fundamental duties. Be informed of all the issues. We should be informed what is going outside. We should be keep information about these things. Follow the law. So we should always follow the law. Different level of government: local level, village, town or locality; state level, entire state like Punjab, Haryana, Kerala, etc. National level means entire country. Thank you. Have a nice day.